Hey everyone, DeeDee here today with kind of a fun little project on taking a crochet doily and turning it into a faux texture resin piece for this card that you see now. The video today, it's going to be part video and part picture at the end, so just stay tuned. It's great. I start with amazing mold putty from Amazing Crafting Products. It's a two-part process, a two-part compound. You take equal parts of A and equal parts of B. And you can see here I'm measuring it out because I don't know what my deal is. I am not so hot at equal parts by eyeball. So I just got myself some metal spoons, some metal measuring spoons, and I just keep them specifically for resin. I don't mix them between like food and resin or other things. And so I've got 3 tablespoons each of A and B of the amazing mold putty. And I'm going to spend a little time here mixing it together and just working it back and forth. And the warmth from your hands is going to help activate it. So you gotta go with this. I knead it a little bit and then really start pushing it together with my hands. You're looking for an even color, I should say, not an equal, an even color all across. It's going to be this kind of yellow glossy, it's going to have a glossy sheen to it. And there won't be any marbling between the white and the yellow. I do want to point out real quick, like I mentioned, this is part video here in the beginning, and then I'm just experimenting with this doily to see what kind of textures I can create. So at the end, it's a few steps by photograph, by picture, okay? Now that I've got it mixed here, I am going to lay it down on the mat and just kind of get it in a pretty round area, a round shape, I should say. And now I'm using a rolling pin to roll it out nice and even, because I'm not really creating a mold that we fill per se, as I want to go for texture on this, more like an embossing folder kind of. And I've got this great crochet doily, and I'm just measuring the doily to the size of the mold putty so that I'm not losing any of the detail. Double checking on that size again. And then I lay the doily over the mold putty, and I'm going to use a rolling pin to press it down in to the mold putty. Now here in a second, I'll show you what it looks like after it's been pulled out. I should have used a mold release here. Amazing Crafting Products has this amazing mold release. And the mold comes out, the doily comes off of the mold putty relatively decent. We're going to go into photograph version here. You can see there. So it came off pretty good, but there are a couple areas like this one where the mold putty stuck, and if I had just used the release, I would have been totally fine the whole way around. Now that I've got my mold, my flat mold, I'm taking some Alumilite dust, and it's in this ocean blue color, and I brushed it on. Then I poured the amazing casting resin equal parts over it, which is the one that goes quick and it cures white. So I give that whatever, it's 10 minutes that it takes, and then I pull up my mold. So now I've got more of a texture plate or a piece to use in a background, which I used on this card you can see right there. Pretty cool, right? Thanks for joining me today, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will keep bringing you interesting tutorials and bits and pieces throughout the next while. That's Amazing Crafting Products at moldputty.com. Thank you.